Tesla's stock continues to slide amid a political backlash against Elon Musk. We'll be joined by one of the company's long-term investors.
Well, figures released this week show Tesla car sales in Europe were down 45% in January compared to the same month last year.
Tesla has seen both its stock price and sales plummet in recent months.
Tesla was once the undisputed king of the electric vehicle industry, a brand that reshaped transportation and left competitors scrambling to keep up. But now, it's facing an unprecedented crisis in Europe. Sales are collapsing, market influence is shrinking, and even Elon Musk, the visionary behind it all, seems unable to stop the downward spiral. The question is, what's causing this dramatic fall? Is it the fierce trade war between the United States and Europe, the tightening grip of competition? Or is there a deeper reason behind Tesla's struggle? Before we break it all down, make sure to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and hit the like button to stay updated on major industry shifts and exclusive analyses. Now let's dive into the details. For years, Tesla has been a trailblazer in the global automotive industry, known for its cutting-edge technology and aggressive expansion strategies. But recently, a major upheaval has sent shockwaves through the electric vehicle sector worldwide, with Tesla taking one of the hardest hits. The ongoing trade war between the United States and Europe has thrown the company into turmoil, and the policies introduced under Donald Trump's administration have significantly impacted Tesla's presence in the European market. Nowhere is this more evident than in Germany, a powerhouse of both technology and automotive excellence. Once a key market for Tesla, Germany has become an unexpected battleground, where the brand is struggling to maintain its once unshakable dominance. But is Tesla the only company feeling the heat, or are we witnessing a much bigger power shift in the global EV market? Trade tensions between China, Europe, and the United States are transforming the landscape for electric vehicle manufacturers. The outcome of these battles will not only determine Tesla's future, but also reshape the entire industry. As global trade policies tighten and tariff wars escalate, businesses are suffering the consequences, and Tesla may be one of the biggest casualties. Let's take a closer look at Tesla's decline in Europe and how Elon Musk is navigating these turbulent times. The ongoing tariffs between the United States and the European Union continue to disrupt global markets, shaking the foundations of diplomacy and economic partnerships. But while political leaders debate policies, it's the giant corporations that are taking the hardest hit, and among them Tesla is one of the biggest casualties. Donald Trump's tariff policies, originally aimed at balancing trade deficits, have triggered severe consequences for companies like Tesla. After targeting Canada and Mexico, Trump set his sights on the European Union, threatening a 25% tariff on European imports, branding the EU as an economic rival. The conflict escalated further when Trump proposed a staggering 200% tariff on European alcohol in response to a 50% EU tariff on American whiskey. This aggressive stance sent shockwaves through global markets, leaving Tesla caught in the crossfire. Elon Musk, ever the strategist, has been closely following these developments. The economic turmoil has had a direct impact on Tesla's stock market performance, with U.S. indices struggling to recover. The S&P 500 fell nearly 10% from its all-time high, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq plunged by more than 14%, sending shockwaves through Tesla's market value. Trump's economic rhetoric, centered around reducing U.S. trade deficits, has done little to reassure investors, and for Tesla, which relies heavily on global sales and manufacturing partnerships, the uncertainty has been devastating. Tesla's European sales have plummeted, stock prices have taken a major hit, and Musk's close ties to Trump have only fueled consumer backlash. But just how bad is the damage? Tesla's pricing strategy remains a key factor in its battle for market dominance. The latest figures show the Model S long range priced at $79,990, while the Plaid version comes in at $88,490. The Model Y lineup ranges from $47,490 for the base model to $54,490 for the performance version. Meanwhile, the Model X long range stands at $84,990, with the high-performance Plaid model at $94,990. Despite these competitive prices, Tesla's sales in Europe have taken a nosedive. Many European consumers have turned away from the brand, seeing Musk's alignment with Trump as a political move rather than a business decision. The backlash was especially fierce in the UK, where anti-Tesla advertisements have surfaced, likening Musk's policies to authoritarian tactics. This discontent is reflected in Tesla's European sales figures. In January alone, Tesla sold around 9,950 vehicles in Europe, a staggering 45% drop compared to the same period in the previous year, when the company sold over 18,100 vehicles. The fallout has directly impacted Tesla's stock, which once soared after Trump's election victory, but has now dipped below the $1 trillion market cap. Germany, a country known for its automotive expertise, has seen some of the most severe backlash against Tesla. Sales plummeted nearly 60% in January as potential buyers distanced themselves from the brand. Musk's alleged involvement in Germany's elections, particularly his reported support for the far-right AfD party, led to a widespread consumer boycott. A survey of over 100,000 Germans revealed that 94% of respondents would never buy a Tesla again, a damning statistic that signals a deep-rooted rejection of the brand in one of Europe's largest markets. And Germany isn't alone. France has also seen Tesla's sales plunge by 63%, with many blaming Musk's controversial political stances. Meanwhile, in the United Kingdom, Tesla's market presence has weakened, as sales fell 12% year-over-year in January. This followed Musk's public criticism of UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and his support for a far-right activist, further alienating potential buyers.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer says a line has been crossed after Elon Musk launched a series of attacks on him and another government minister. The world's richest man has suggested America should liberate Britain, fueling concerns over Musk's influence on politics and the impact he could have on our federal election.
In response, activist groups have launched campaigns against Tesla, plastering posters of Musk across London and other major cities, depicting him in a controversial light. One of the most viral campaigns compared Musk's gestures to Nazi symbolism, further fueling negative sentiment toward the brand. But the problem isn't just in Europe, it's spreading to Tesla's home market in the United States. In 2024, Tesla experienced its first annual sales decline in 12 years, with a 1% drop in U.S. sales despite the global EV market growing by 7.3%. Wall Street analysts have warned that Musk's political activities could alienate a significant portion of Tesla's consumer base, leading to further declines. Financial analysts at Wedbush Securities have pointed out that Musk's growing alliance with Trump, combined with his unpredictable behavior on social media, could further damage the Tesla brand. While some view this as a temporary setback, others fear that Tesla's public image is undergoing irreversible damage. As Tesla navigates these turbulent times, one thing is clear: the electric vehicle giant is facing one of its biggest challenges yet. With the U.S., China, and Europe locked in trade disputes, Tesla finds itself at the center of a global economic battle. And while Musk has always been known for his resilience, his latest moves could determine whether Tesla bounces back or continues its downward spiral. Will Tesla recover from this crisis, or is the brand destined for a long-term decline? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth industry insights. Tesla has made an urgent appeal to the U.S. administration, urging it to avoid raising tariffs on critical minerals like lithium and cobalt, resources that are already scarce in the United States. Despite Tesla's commitment to sourcing as many materials and components as possible from within the U.S., certain parts remain difficult, if not impossible, to obtain domestically. This letter was submitted as part of a broader review led by the U.S. Trade Representative, which sought input from businesses impacted by the ongoing trade war. Notably, this isn't the first time Tesla has voiced concerns. A similar appeal was made during Trump's first term. While Elon Musk's relationship with Trump appears unshakable, the same cannot be said for his companies, which are feeling the direct effects of these policies. Interestingly, Tesla's letter was left unsigned, with sources suggesting employees feared potential repercussions. If Tesla's downward spiral continues, it could strain even Musk's solid ties with Trump. For now, no public rift between the two is visible. In fact, Trump has gone to great lengths to support Tesla, even turning the White House lawn into an exhibition space for the company's latest vehicles. In an unusual and highly publicized event, Trump hosted a Tesla showcase at the White House, featuring 5 of the company's vehicles. The highlight of the display was the uniquely designed Cybertruck, which Trump openly admired. Standing alongside Musk, Trump praised Tesla's design, calling it every cool. Despite previously criticizing electric vehicles, Trump claimed he had heard positive feedback about Teslas from his associates. The most surprising moment came when Trump sat behind the wheel of a Model S with Musk beside him and announced his intention to purchase one, a move that immediately made headlines. While high-ranking government officials are typically expected to remain neutral in such matters, Trump's personal endorsement of Tesla was broadcast live. His deputy chief of staff, Dan Scavino, streamed the event on Musk's social media platform, ensuring maximum visibility. Naturally, this raised ethical concerns, with critics accusing Trump of favoritism. Senator Chris Murphy publicly condemned the event, arguing that publicizing a purchase doesn't make it any less unethical. But while the endorsement grabbed attention, it remains unclear whether it will actually boost Tesla's stock value. Since returning to office, Trump has shifted away from his previous populist stance, prioritizing the interests of billionaires over middle-class workers. His policies have led to mass layoffs in federal jobs, and the stock market has taken a hit due to economic uncertainty. Yet, despite these conditions, Trump remains committed to supporting Musk, a move that has drawn both admiration and backlash. While some see Musk as a strategic business ally, others argue that his deep political involvement is causing significant damage to Tesla's reputation. Tesla's future remains uncertain, as its stock continues to struggle, and its sales decline both in the United States and overseas. If the tariff war escalates, experts predict Tesla's market position will weaken further, particularly in the European Union. In such a scenario, even Musk's close ties with Trump might not be enough to save Tesla from its downward trajectory. As Tesla battles setbacks in the West, another key player is seizing the opportunity: China. The country made history in 2024, becoming the first nation to sell over 1 million electric vehicles in a single month. In August alone, China's EV market surged by 33% year-over-year, while Europe's EV market shrank by 3%. This massive growth can be attributed to China's aggressive economic policies. In North America, a 9% increase in EV sales was largely driven by government subsidies, while the UK's new zero-emission vehicle mandate encouraged automakers to ramp up their electric vehicle production. On the other hand, Germany's removal of EV subsidies had a disastrous impact. The sudden policy shift triggered a sharp decline in sales, mirroring what could happen in the U.S. By the end of 2024, the European EV market saw a 3% overall decline despite a brief end-of-year surge. However, some regions still showed resilience. The UK's EV sales grew by 20%, while Norway maintained its global lead, with an electric vehicle penetration rate of over 90% in new passenger car sales. While Western markets struggle with policy shifts and trade conflicts, China is charging ahead. By December 2024, China's EV market had grown 40% year-over-year, with PHEV, or plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, sales surging by 81%. The increasing popularity of range-extending electric vehicles played a crucial role in China's dominance, as Western markets have yet to fully embrace this technology. The Chinese government's trade-in incentive program, which doubled in July 2024, further fueled EV sales growth. Meanwhile, BYD, China's largest electric car manufacturer, led the charge, dominating the domestic market. With over 40 unique EV models, BYD accounted for over a third of all new EV sales in China in 2024. Looking to expand its reach, BYD is now setting its sights on Europe. In 2025, the company plans to open a new production plant in Hungary, aiming to increase its European market share in response to the EU's new tariffs on Chinese EVs. The ongoing tariff disputes, particularly between the United States, Europe, Canada, and Mexico, have not only set Tesla back, but have also paved the way for Chinese automakers to take the lead. If U.S. economic policies remain unchanged, and Tesla continues to decline, China will solidify its position as the global leader in electric vehicles. This shift would further strengthen China's influence in the global economy, accelerating its bid to overtake the United States as the dominant force in the EV industry. Tesla's decline isn't just about one company. It's a sign of a much bigger economic power shift. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe now.